Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes,
Unit lost.
Commander, move out.
medic reporting. Medic moving out.
Yes.
Reporting. Medic reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Commander, move out.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
Yes, of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, of course. Move out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Commander, move out. Of course, of course, of course. Move out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, move out. Commander, of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Move out. Move out. Yes, of course, of course.
Yes, sir.
Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Of course. Yes, of course, of course.
Medic reporting.
Move out. Move out. Move out. Move out. Of course. Yes. Move out. Move out. Move out.
Unit
Of
armor
course.
upgraded.
Of course. Move out.
Medic reporting.
Move out.
Yes, sir.
Move out. Yes, of course.
Medic reporting.
Move out. Move out. Commander, of course.
Yes, sir.
Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Move out. Move out. Yes, of course. Commander. Of course. Of course. Of course, sir. Move out, Commander. Of course. Move out. Move out. Yes, of course, Commander. Of course, Commander. Of course. Of course.
Ready and waiting.
Yes.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Of course. Move out. Yes. Of course. Yes. Move out. Of course. Move out. Move out. Move out. Of course. Commander, of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Of course.
Medic reporting.
Move out.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Medic reporting.
Of course. Of course. Move out. Move out. Move out. Move out. Of course. Move out. Move out. Move out. Move out. Commander, of course.
Medic affirmative.
Commander, of course. Move out. Commander, move out.
Ready and waiting. Well. Very well. Affirmative. Of course. At once. At once. Yes, sir.
Of course.
Report at once. Yes, sir. Very well.
Commander, of course. Of course. Commander, move out.
Medic affirmative. Affirmative.
Commander,
Report affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative.
yes, of course.
Yes, sir. Very well. Very well. Very well. Agreed. At once.
Yeah, of course. Commander, move out.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out.
Commander, of course. Of course. Commander, of course. Of course.
Agreed.
Commander, move out. Yes, yes, move out. Of course. Yes, of course.
Yes, sir.
Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Of course.
Ready and waiting. Very well.
Commander, of course. Of course. Move out. Commander,
Medic reporting.
of course. Of course.
Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Unit lost.
Yes, move out. Of course, Commander.
Medic reporting.
Move out. Yes, of course. Yes. Move out. Of course. Of course. Commander. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes. Of course. Of course.
Yes, sir.
Of course. Move out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Reporting. Very well.
Commander, move out.
Waiting orders. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Reporting. At once.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Of course. Move out. Move out.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Waiting orders. Very well. Reporting. Yes, sir. Agree.
Yes.
Medic reporting.
Move out. Of course. Move out.
Acknowledged. At once.
Medic reporting.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Very well.
Yes. Of course.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Commander.
Of course. Move out.
Medic reporting.
Yes. Move out. Commander. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Move out. Move out. Move out. Move out. Of course. Of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes. Move out. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Move out. Of course. Move out. Commander. Of course. Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course.
Reinforcements have
Move out.
arrived.
Of course.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Medic reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once.
Commander. Of course. Move out. Move out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Commander. Of course. Of course. Move out. Move out. Move out. Move out.
Medic reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Medic reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, of course.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. Move out.
Unit armor
Yes, sir.
upgraded.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. 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 Agreed. Affirmative. Waiting orders.
Unit firepower
Yes, sir.
upgraded.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. At once. Very well.
Commander. Of
Medic
course.
reporting.
Yes, of course. Move out.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Waiting orders. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Medic reporting. Yes, sir.
Of course. Of course. Move out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Medic
Of
reporting.
course. Of course.
Yes, sir. Medic reporting. Medic reporting. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes. Move out. Of course. Commander. Commander. Of course. Move out. Of course. Yes. Move out. Of course. Of course. Yes. Move out. Move out. Of course. Of course. Move out. Move out.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Of course. Yes.
Medic reporting.
Yes. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Yes. Move out. Of course. Move out.
Medic reporting.
Move out.
Medic reporting. Medic reporting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes. Commander.
Yes, sir.
Commander.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Commander.
Affirmative.
Of course. Commander. Of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Commander. Of course.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Commander.
Waiting order.
Commander. Move out.
Vehicle. Medic reporting. Affirmative. Medic. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes. Move out.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes. Move out.
Medic reporting. Went out. Medic reporting.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes. Of course.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Commander. Of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Commander? Of course.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Commander, move out.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, move out.
Medic report. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Commander,
Acknowledged.
move out.
Medic moving out.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Medic reporting.
Yes, move out.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out.
Yes.
Medic moving out.
Commander, move out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Commander, of course.
Vehicle. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, move out. Of course.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Commander, move out. Of course.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, move out. Of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Move out. Move out. Of course. Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Commander, move out. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Of course.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Move out. Move out.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Medic reporting.
Move out. Yes.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Yes.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes. Of course.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Of course.
Awaiting orders.
Commander.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Commander. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Move out.
Medic report. Affirmative.
Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Move out. Of course. Move out. Move out. Of course.
Medic report. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes. Of
Yes,
course.
sir. Moving out. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir.
Commander, of course.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Medic. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes. Of course.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Commander, of course. Of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Commander, of course. Move out. Of course. Move out. Of course. Move out.
Mission accomplished.